I'm gonna wait for some more people to join the room. I told y'all I was gonna go live tonight. Hello, Bella7. Welcome in. Hello, CA Mom Life. Oh, y'all really piling in here. Y'all must want to hear the tea about this e-learning debacle. Hey, Janetta. Hey, Beehive Queen. I'm waving at everybody as they come in. This chat tonight is not going to be long because I'm actually really, really tired. But I told y'all I would tell y'all about our e-learning experience. Hello. I told y'all I would tell y'all about our e-learning experience. It was absolute madness. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to come in and then we can go ahead and get going. But for those of you that are here right now, how are y'all doing? Let me know. I'm actually trying a new lighting situation. I ordered this light from, no, I actually didn't order this one. I bought this one when I went on base the other day. They had like this little, let me see if I can show y'all. They had this like vlogging kit. So this is what I bought when I was on base the other day. And when I say on base, for those of y'all that don't know, we're a military family. And down here in Tampa Bay, I quite often frequent, MacDill because it is the closest base to here. I do everything there. I go to the doctor there. I get my prescriptions there. Do y'all hear Kamala? I don't know what she's watching, but it better be funny. Anyway, I do everything there. I get my medical care there. Excuse me. I go to... Every time I start talking, she starts back up. What are you watching? What are you watching? Teen Titans Go? Okay. All right, y'all, she's watching Teen Titans Go. And that's another thing that blows my mind because, like, back in the day when I was younger, me and my sister, we watched Teen Titans, but this new version is off the chain. But anyhow, as I was saying, I do everything on base. I get my groceries there when I feel like going all the way out there. I go to the doctor there. I get my prescriptions there. I get gas there. I go shopping there. So here's the problem about when you go shopping on base. Hey, Faith Mama's Tribe. Thank you for joining. So here's the problem about when you go shopping on base. So can I get a heart in the comments if when you go to Target, you don't tell Target what you're there for? Target tells you what you're going to leave with. Let me know. Because I'm about to get real with y'all about this thing right here. Because as you can imagine, I did not go for this. What I went to base for was to try to find, it's not a neti pot, but it's like something similar. I don't know how to pronounce it because it has like some dots on top, like it's another language. Navage, I don't know. But it's basically like an electric neti pot and it is designed to like basically like wash out your nasal cavity. I know that's kind of gross, but for people like me who have like post-nasal drip and for people like my husband that have deviated septum, we need that type of stuff. So basically I went to base looking for that and I could not find it. So what I left with instead was some ear cleaner for the dog. I left with some random article of clothing. I left with, what else did I get? Some like carpet freshener, like a foam or something like that. I left with that. And then I left with this thing because what I actually did, and again, I had absolutely no intention on buying anything other than the little nose thing. Hi, Mochahantas. Welcome to the room. So I had absolutely no intention on buying this, but I think as y'all can see, it's actually really nice. And it's, I feel like the lighting is good. And, sorry, I keep like staring into the light. I feel like the lighting is good and it does everything that it's supposed to do. So it came with a video light, a compact shotgun mic, which I had to go get this from Target, in order to make it work because I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, something of the sort. Hey, Muna. So, I'm trying to wave. All right, I'm waving. So it also has a tripod. So this thing, my phone is not the thing, but my phone is sitting on the tripod, and it also has a bracket to help me like mount my accessories. So why I was actually late getting on, because I said I was getting on at 7, is because I was trying to figure out where the phone bracket was, but it was in the leg of the tripod, so that was kind of weird. But anyway, let me tell y'all why I came on here today. Today was our very first day of e-learning, and it was absolute madness. It was absolute madness. So last night, when I had Kamala take her shower and wind down for the night, I'm like, all right, hey Brooklyn Coco Mommy, hello. So I had her wind down for the night, and I'm like, okay, go ahead and set your alarm for 7 because you got to get up early. Tomorrow's your first official day of e-learning. Yesterday they had a trial or a test or whatever to see how the technology was going to go, and that was that. But today was like the real deal e-learning, and it was absolutely horrible. So we woke up this morning. She got up. She called me on FaceTime from her phone. iPod. So she called me on FaceTime from her phone, and she, hey Ophelia. So she was like, all right, I'm up. I'm like, great, go ahead and wash up. Put on your first day of e-school outfit, because she did pick out an outfit. And then meet me downstairs. I'll make you some breakfast. So for her thing is she likes boiled eggs. So I got like a, sorry, the teacher is emailing me. Anyway, so I got like a boiled egg, like a rapid boiled egg maker from Dash, because I can never boil eggs correctly. I can cook. I can definitely cook, but like I don't have the patience to like time and wait and do all that stuff with boiled eggs. So I got the rapid maker from Dash, and then that's that. So in doing that, got her boiled eggs squared away, made some turkey bacon, because we don't really eat pork bacon in here. I'm not like anti-pork or anything, but I just prefer turkey bacon. I eat turkey bacon literally every day, and I don't feel like turkey bacon is going to do to my arteries what pork bacon would. So that's what we're going to, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hi, the Black Mompreneur. Thank you for joining. So made the breakfast, and now it's like a mad dash, right? Because I start work at 8, she starts e-learning at 8, and this is like a whole new thing. So have y'all heard of Microsoft Teams? Like, put a heart or something, like a thumbs up, that little like squiggly like drunk face emoji that I use for everything. This one, hold on. Yeah, that one. So I'm actually going to pin this because it's my favorite emoji. So have y'all heard of Microsoft Teams? So we actually just transitioned to Microsoft Teams at my job, because I don't do this full time. I mean, well, I guess I technically do, because when I'm not at work, I'm doing this. I'm chat with me. So I guess I do this full time. But anyway, in my like full time, like 9 to 5 career, we just transitioned to Microsoft Teams. We're a little bit behind the 8 ball. What we actually used to use was like Citrix, GoToMeeting, like even like Skype, the dinosaur of chatting. So we would use that. And when we transitioned to Microsoft Teams, it was absolutely horrible. Like I was like the only person who knew how to use Microsoft Teams. So I had to like get the team up to speed. And like for context, me and like all the people at my level, we're all millennials. But our supervisors, they're like Gen Xers. I think that's what's before millennial. So like having to like teach them how to use Microsoft Teams was definitely fun. So imagine trying to learn a new platform like that, but it's with children, like 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds. Y'all, like these kids were on there just like whining. Their parents were on there like talking to them. Like imagine having like 30 people talking at one time. They were all up in the mic, just talking, like just for the sake of talking. And it was terrible. So like what I want to show y'all right now is I want to show y'all how Kamala looked this morning when e-learning first started, because she was not with it like at all. I posted it on my stories, but I'm about to show y'all. Hold on, that's not a good picture. So this is how she looked like this morning when we were e-learning. Is it showing? Can y'all see her? Okay, so Brooklyn Coco Mommy uses Microsoft Teams. So yeah, imagine a bunch of little kids using like Microsoft Teams. Like it was awful. So then they had to do some lessons like at the same time with like Microsoft Teams. So that was like another thing. And it's like, yeah, she exactly was looking like that. And like it got worse too. So then she started looking like this, like the dog jumped in her lap. And she was like, I'd much rather like kick it with him than to talk to the kids in my class. Like a couple of times I asked her, I was like, okay, so like, are you all right? You okay? And she's like, she was so annoyed. And it's like, she's an older first grader. Because yeah, poor baby is right. Like as time went on, like she warmed up, but it was very hard in the beginning. Let me see if I can get this off of here. We're gonna go back to no pictures. Now we're about to go back to me. Okay, so it was like very hard in the beginning because the thing is, she has not been in school since March. She misses her friends, I'm sure. She doesn't know anybody that's in her current classroom, and now everything is all like e-learning computer. And if y'all saw me post like a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a week or two ago, you saw that I bought her an HP Chromebook because the school was distributing, what were they giving out? I think it was tablets. And there's just no way that they can do anything effective or productive on a tablet. We did e-learning last school year with her iPad and it was horrible. Like you can't load anything on it. There's no keyboard. Like it was bad. So we bit the bullet and was like, you know what? We're going to get her a Chromebook. So all in all, like that part of the experience ended up being okay. But now I want to get into the stuff that was like not so okay. So, hey, Petta. So this is some of the stuff that was not so okay. So after she warmed up, she started talking to her classmates and she's like, oh, hi, I'm Kamala and all that stuff. It got like really crazy. So there is still children in the classroom in addition to the children that's at home. The problem is that there is one teacher for all of these children. So like at this point, like I feel really bad for the kids in the classroom. Not to say that I don't feel bad for us at home, but like I feel bad for the kids in the classroom because the teacher is trying to engage with us online. And then she's also having to engage with the kids in the classroom. And it's like, it's madness. Like it's hard enough to manage a classroom with just kids. But it's like she's having to like bounce back and forth between, all right, well, now I'm working with the kids in the class and now I'm working with the kids online. And like trying to make everybody engage with each other. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. And it's like, there's so many different personalities that so Ophelia says her friend said that's frustrating. It is extremely frustrating. And it's like, with Kamala, she's very like tech savvy. She knows how to focus and she's good with it. And for us, we always will find a way to, supplement whatever it is that she's doing in class. But I feel like for other kids that, don't have that foundation, they're not tech savvy, their focus is not good. Like that's scary because like case in point, they went on break because the kids in school, in the actual school, in the classroom, they had PE. So like for Kamala and the rest of the people that were just, online, that was a time for them to, practice their work or do this practice or do that practice, or they can just go off and do whatever. Like one of the kids was like genuinely upset. He was like, teacher, where are you? And I'm like, yo, where's this kid's parents? Like, what is happening? And it's like, there were like random outbursts like that. There was one kid in the class who like completely took over the classroom. Like you can tell that he is like used to being the center of attention. He was like trying to show us his sister and his dog. Like, it's like, bro, like we're just here trying to learn. So I need you to like pump your brakes and stop. And then the other thing that was really frustrating for me is that and I know it's a learning curve with Teams and technology and all of that, but there's just like common courtesy that you have to exercise when you are in a group setting, like whether it's video conference, teleconference, whatever the case may be. And it's like, I don't know everyone's background. I don't know what everyone's parents does, but where I work and, in the line of work that I'm used to doing, if you're on a conference call and you're not talking, what do? You mute your line. So it's like I'm hearing all these conversations. Parents are trying to get the kids to be quiet. This one kid, he's talking about football. And it's like I had to really pipe up in the class. And I'm like, oh, Lord. Like I'm about to put a target on her back on day one. But I'm like, I asked several times. I said, hey, guys, if you're not talking, can you please mute your line? Can you please step away from the mic? And nobody was listening to me. So then it got to a point where I was like, I cannot hear what the teacher is saying because I'm hearing other parents and I'm hearing other children. So would you please help us hear the instructions? And one of the parents was like, whoop. And it's like, I hate that I had to be like that, but this is my thought, right? Even though they're e-learning, there's still standardized tests that have to happen at the end of the year, right? Hello, Jay, Desiree, Denise. All right. Hi. Yeah. There's still standardized tests at the end of the year that has to happen, right? How are they going to measure their benchmarks? How are they going to do their standardized testing? We used to have something down here called FCAT. I don't know what they call it up north and everywhere else, but we had FCAT. And now I think it's like FSA or something else. I don't know what the combination of letters is anymore. But I'm like, how are you going to measure these kids' success? How? What is that even going to look like? So I don't know, y'all. So PETA says they're going to have to set a better system, separate the two, or maybe have a teacher's assistant. Yes, I agree with you. I don't know how they're doing it in the standard. Hi, Just a Mouse 21. Thanks for coming on. I don't know how they're going to do it in the standard classes or the standard schools, because she does go to a tuition-free charter school because we liked their system better. We just liked things better. But I'm like, how is this going to work? I'm very concerned because, like I said, we're down here in Florida. So last school year, they forewent all standardized testing. So high school seniors, they got a free pass as long as their grades were fine, deuces, I'm going to college. But I don't know how they plan to regulate that this year. And I know it's only day one, and maybe my concerns are premature. I do come from a line of educators. My father, he's an assistant principal and has been in education for quite some time, more than half of my life, I think, if I count. My grandmother was an educator. Education is key for us. And I just keep thinking, how are you going to measure benchmarks? How are you going to measure benchmarks? And I'm hoping that tomorrow is a much better day. But I can see the frustration on her face, this isn't going to work. And it's she's not verbalizing it yet because it's just the first day. And I feel like maybe she doesn't want to disappoint me. But it's not about disappointing me. It's about, is she getting the learning experience? Okay, so Just a Mouse 21 says here in Georgia is the same thing. And we will have no standardized tests this year either. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to check and see if that's something that they're doing in Florida, because it seems like here they're more concerned with forcing all of the schools to open than to figure out what's going to happen in the schools. Here in Florida, we make national news for a lot of reasons lately, and none of them have been particularly good. So I'm interested to see. Your 10-year-old is frustrated too, and he's in gifted. It's been a shit show. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And it's right now, my big thing is I'm on the hunt for things to kind of supplement what they're doing in class, because I just don't see this being an end-all be-all. And her going to school, even her older brother, he's a senior in high school now, it's never been everything is in the teacher's hands. Y'all got it. We're the parents. It's never been that. We have always been very active in their educational endeavors. Even our not our oldest, but even her big brother, our son, he applied for a magnet program that he did not know he applied for. So y'all are probably wondering, well, how did that happen? I noticed that he was a little bit lazy. And he was not applying himself. And the reason why I noticed that is because I used to be the same way. When I was in school, I did just enough to get by, and I have a lot of student loans to show for it. So I did just enough to get by, and I noticed that he was kind of like following that pattern. So we said, well, he needs to be challenged. So we applied for him some magnet programs because he said he was interested in business. And when he got accepted into the program and we told him that he was going to be going to that particular high school, he said, well, I wasn't really sure that I wanted to do business. Well, unfortunately, you're doing business now because you should have applied yourself. And here we are, going on 4 years later. And it has been great, a complete 180. So we have always been extremely invested in our children's educational endeavors, activities, goals, aspirations. And I am very concerned about how what is happening right now can affect that. Don't get me wrong. I think if whether they were going physically into the school or whether they were home, we would probably have some of the same issues. Because like I said this morning, the teacher was trying to teach in her classroom. And then, she's checking in with the kids online. So it's like whether she was in there or stayed here, there's still going to be that split attention, which is not necessarily something I'm not very keen on that. So I figured if it's going to be split attention anyway, might as well have her right here in the house and, let her go through that and we supplement as necessary. So I am going to continue to check in with you guys about this. If you're interested in knowing, this has been a journey. Me working from home. My husband's retired military, but he's the fun parent and I'm the serious parent. So she actually really does her work with me and likes to play with him. But I think I'm going to keep chronicling this because it's important to kind of know what the struggles are. But so far, I'm not really impressed. And it's not the teacher's fault. It's really, really not the teacher's fault. I heard Prodigy app. I've heard about that. I've definitely heard about that because we tried Khan Academy before and it was cool, but the kid version was a little bit below her. And it didn't really keep her attention. I'm sure it worked great for other kids, but she's a different child. But okay, Prodigy app. I will definitely check that out. But yeah, that's how it is what it is. I don't have anything else to say. It kind of just is what it is. Okay, sign up and age older. I will do that. I'm definitely going to do that because I got to fill that gap. I have to fill that gap. That's one thing about me. I love to find holes in things and fill them. And, I've definitely identified a hole with this. It's not the teacher's fault. It's definitely not the teacher's fault. I mean, I don't even blame the school at this point, to be honest with you, because there's just been so much uncertainty with how school is going to look. Who wants to go in school? Who wants to stay home? How are they going to make sure that there's no child left behind? All that standard Department of Education type of things. But I just don't think I don't think there's anything that could have prepared us or them for this. And I know that the teachers are doing as best of a job as they can because there's just, what else can they do, right? What else can they do? And I will say that her teacher is very engaging. She keeps everyone on task. She checks in with them. And I just want to, if I had a hat on, I would tip it to her because couldn't be me. I don't have the patience. I don't have the latitude for that. I cannot handle a bunch of children at one time, and especially not little ones. So if you are a teacher and you have any teacher friends, my heart goes out to you guys because I don't know how it's being done. I don't even know how I got through my day today. Well, I shouldn't say that because my day was fine. But just the chatter, the confusion, it's just a lot. So that was our e-learning day in a nutshell. Yeah, we are all at the mercy of the virus in school or virtual. Yeah. I have a lot of things to say about that virus, but I'm not going to because of where I work. I'm just not. Nope. Not going to say it. But I just wish everyone would just do what they're supposed to do so we can do what we want to do. That's all I'll say about that. A temporary moment of discomfort can lead to a lifetime of comfort in waves. It's all about ebbs and flows. But you know, that's the thing about people, right? We all have free will and we're going to do what we want to do. And because we feel like we're entitled to do what we want to do. And then, you know, when it hits the fan, it's like, oh my God, how did this happen? How? So, yeah. But anyway, just wanted to come on and share that with y'all. I will keep you guys posted. I'm hoping for a better week. I'm hoping for a better week. And good luck to all of you all out there that have kids that are either e-learning or in the classroom. No matter the decision you made, I know it was made in the best interest of your family, whether it's because you could not stay home with your child or maybe because you don't want to stay home with your child, because we always don't want to be with our kids. I mean, that could be in the best interest of your child, to be honest, because, yeah, I'm not even going to go there. But I know that whatever decision you made is the best thing for your family. And, you know, I support that. Everyone does not have the luxury of having their child at home. Everybody does not have the desire to have their child at home. Disclaimer, the caveat to that is teachers are not your babysitters. So, you know, if you're going to send your child to school or you have sent your child to school, please let it be for a good reason. Not like you owe me anything, but I mean, let it be for a good reason. All right. If you're going to take the risk and let them go, make sure it's worth it. And with that, I think I'm going to go now because I have some work to do. I'm pretty sure I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel because I think it was a good conversation. So I'm going to upload this to my YouTube. Yeah, send them in a mask. Send them in a mask. It's very simple. And I know that, you know, people will say, oh, well, my child won't wear a mask. Well, if your child won't do something so simple as wearing a mask, then I don't know. Maybe those are some other conversations that you need to have with your child. Maybe I'll leave that for another discussion. But yeah, send them in a mask. And, you know, make it fun. Oh, masks are great. It's going to protect you from the big bad germs. I mean, I know me, myself right now, whenever Kamala doesn't listen to me, I actually threaten her with going to school. I know, me and mommy, right? So, like, if she's not cooperating, I'm like, if you don't cooperate, I'm going to send you to school with coronavirus. That's very mean, but it works. So, you know your child better than anyone else. Find a way to reason with them and, you know, get them to do what it is that you want to do because it's all about safety, right? It's all about safety. Yes, Peta, I threaten her all the time. Even earlier today, I was like, you're not listening. I guess we're going to have to send you to school with coronavirus. And she shaped up. So anyway, I'm going to end this for real now. But, you know, if y'all want a good laugh and you want to see this again, it's going to go on my YouTube channel. You can click the link in my bio. I've gotten a lot more active on there. I actually have another video that's going to be coming out within the next week or so that it's pretty interesting. So stay tuned. But I'm going to go do some work now. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me, you know, watching me clown and participating. Love you guys. Bye.